Welcome to the curriculum section of your course creation process. In this section, you can organize your course content into different sections and add lessons, quizzes, and assignments. First, click on the Add Section button at the top right. For example, you can name it Introduction to the Course or Module 1. Once a section is created, you can manage it using the icons available on the right side. The edit icon allows you to change the section name whenever you want. If you no longer need a section, you can click on the delete icon to remove it. Now let's add content to our section. At the bottom of the section, you will see three options: lesson, quiz, and assignments. Let's start with a lesson. Click on the lesson button to create your first lesson. First, we have the lesson name field. This is where you enter the title of your lesson. Choose a clear and descriptive name so students can easily understand what the lesson is about. Next, we have the content section. This is the main area where you can build and organize the content of your lesson using different content blocks. Here you will see the Add Content Block option. You can use this section to add different types of content to your lesson. You can also rearrange the content blocks later according to your preferred order. The first available block is heading. Use the heading block to add titles or subheadings within your lesson. This helps you divide your lesson into clear and organized sections. Next, we have the rich text block. This allows you to add detailed written content to your lesson. You can use it for explanations, instructions, examples, notes, or any other text-based learning material. Moving to the right side, we have the featured image option. Here you can upload an image that represents your lesson. This image can help make your lesson visually attractive and easier to identify. A 16:9 aspect ratio is recommended for the best display. And below that, we have the video URL field. If your lesson includes a video, you can paste the video URL here. The video will then be displayed to students as part of the lesson. Next is the video playback time option. Here you can enter the duration of your lesson video in hours, minutes, and seconds. This helps keep the lesson duration properly organized. After that, we have the attachment section. This option allows you to upload additional resources for your students, such as PDF files, Word documents, zip files, or other learning materials. You can use attachments to provide worksheets, reading materials, course resources, or supporting documents related to the lesson. Finally, we have the Code Playground option. This feature can be enabled when you want to provide students with an interactive coding environment as part of your lesson. Next, we have the Layout block, which helps you organize different types of content in a clean and structured way. The Image block allows you to add images to your lesson, such as examples, diagrams, or screenshots. The Video block lets you add videos directly into your lesson to make the content more engaging. The Code Playground can be enabled for coding-related lessons, allowing students to work with code interactively. Once everything is complete, review your lesson and click Save Lesson to add it to your course. If you want to exit without saving, click Cancel. After clicking Quiz, the new quiz screen will open. First, enter a clear quiz title and add a short quiz summary explaining what the quiz covers. Click OK to create the quiz and start adding questions. Now we are in the true/false question editor. First, enter your question in the question field. Under Correct Answer, select whether the correct answer is true or false. In question settings, you can set the points for the question. The description field is optional and can be used to add an explanation or additional instructions. Once everything is completed, you can move forward by clicking Next. Let's create a multiple choice question. First, enter your question in the question field. Under Options, add the possible answers and select the correct answer using the radio button. Click Add Option if you want to include more answer choices. You can allow multiple correct answers if more than one option is correct. Under Question Settings, set the points for the question. The description field is optional and can be used to provide additional information or an explanation. Let's create a fill-in-the-blanks question. First, enter the question title. In the passage field, write the sentence or paragraph for your question. To create a blank, place the correct answer inside double square brackets, like this. Paris. Students will then need to enter the missing word or phrase. Under Question Settings, set the points for the question. The description field is optional and can be used to provide additional instructions or information. Now let's create a matching question. First, enter the question title or instructions to explain what students need to do. Under Matching Pairs, enter the term on the left and its corresponding definition on the right. Click Add Pair to add more matching items. You can use the delete icon to remove any pair you no longer need. Under Question Settings, set the points for the question. Create an ordering question. First, enter the question title or instructions to explain what students need to arrange. Under Items in correct order, enter each item in its correct sequence. Click Add Item to add more items to the list. You can use the delete icon to remove any item. The items you enter will be shuffled for the students, and they will need to arrange them in the correct order. Under Question Settings, set the points for the question. Now let's look at the quiz settings. Basic Settings Time Limit. Set the amount of time students have to complete the quiz. You can choose minutes or other available time units. Hide quiz time. Enable this option if you don't want students to see the remaining quiz time. Feedback mode. Select how students receive feedback after completing the quiz. The retry option allows students to retake the quiz after their first attempt. Attempts allowed. Set how many times a student can attempt the quiz. Passing grade. Set the minimum percentage required to pass the quiz. Max question allowed. Set the maximum number of questions students can receive in the quiz. Advanced settings. Quiz auto. Start. Enable this if you want the quiz to start automatically. Question layout. Choose how questions are displayed, such as single question. Question order. Choose whether questions appear in a specific order or randomly. Hide. Question number. Enable this option if you don't want question numbers to be displayed. After configuring these settings according to your requirements, you can move to the next step. Finally, we have the answer character limit settings. Short answers. Set the maximum number of characters students can enter for short answer questions. In this example, the limit is set to 200 characters. Open-ended /essay answers. Set a separate character limit for longer, detailed responses. Here the limit is set to 500 characters. These limits help control the length of students' answers and keep responses within the required range. Once you have completed all the quiz questions and settings, review your quiz one final time. If you want to exit without saving your changes, click Cancel. When everything is ready, click Save Quiz to save and create your quiz. Now let's look at the remaining assignment options. On the right side, Allow Assignment Resubmission lets students submit the assignment again after their initial submission. When this option is enabled, you can set the maximum resubmission attempts to control how many times students can resubmit. Click Save Assignment to save and add the assignment to your course.